It was only June when we announced GE Aviation's massive investment throughout North Carolina, including this tremendous investment here in Asheville. I'm actually pretty stunned at how quickly GE has moved to deliver on the promises that it made to our community. We really appreciate the diligence and the drive of all the GE employees, and you can recognize them by their blue coats. Guys, it's great to have you here. I'm going to brag on these guys a little bit because they have brought national attention to Asheville because of the quality of what they do here. They've been recognized by Site Selection magazine as one of the strongest workforces in all the 50 states. They've obviously got the confidence of the GE Aviation organization, and we are really proud to have you guys as neighbors and friends, and glad for what you've done here.
Without having the skilled labor, without having the work ethic that you have in this county, in this region, GE wouldn't have made a decision to come here. Even though it's a great quality of life, even though there's no more beautiful place in the world to live, without these men and women right here who can actually build things and fix things and repair things and innovate things, I don't think we'd have a top executive from Cincinnati here today making this great announcement. So more than anything else, I want to give a round of applause to the people in blue who made this possible. Because what we want here is more people in blue. And what this announcement actually does is it basically says we're going to have 240 new people in blue come work in this area. And that means from that 240, we'll have other suppliers, and we'll have real estate people make money, we'll have insurance people do well, we'll have construction industry do better. The whole economy builds if we continue to stress that the most important jobs right now are those jobs in which you build things and you make things and you fix things and you produce things and you innovate things.
Ceramics matrix composites, for those who may not know, if you took a coffee cup and dropped it, it would shatter. You know this. These materials don't do that. They have an internal structure that allows them basically to behave like a metal, but have the temperature capability and the very, very light weight compared with metal. So they're about a third of the weight, and they're about many, many hundred degrees higher in temperature capability. And what does that mean for the people who buy these engines? It's about $1 million in fuel saving per aircraft. When you multiply that by the thousands and thousands of airplanes that are being built, being ordered on backlog, it's billions of dollars that these materials allow in fuel savings for the airline fleets of the future. So that's what this day is really about. The change from wood to aluminum, the change from propeller to jet, changed the world as we know it and really transformed the communities that really didn't exist before then, the big cities, the big communities that came up in the civil aviation world. Tipping points are usually not recognized at the time. Historians are great at telling us when something happened. I'd like you to think of yourself as being present when history is made. Today is frankly a tipping point. There is no other place in the world where the high volume production of CMCs will happen. This is the first such place.
This workforce is no stranger to change, as many as you can attest to. Over the past 70 years since this business came into being, they've had 8 different owners. They've made countless different things, participated in countless different business sectors, everything from ordnance and bomb making to machines for textile industry, now to making metal rotating parts for aircraft engines. This workforce, the one constant throughout all of this has been the quality of the workforce. And that's the common theme, and I can assure you that's what was the deciding factor and tipping point, was what you've demonstrated time and time again, your ability to change and become part of the GE culture, adapt, bring your unique culture that you had, but adapt to ours as well.
You might have wondered, why did we come in here and pass the GE plant? What's that about? Well, for various reasons, the GE plant site didn't work out, and the project was going down. Wanda Green, John Creighton, and the commissioners, I want you to stand up. And I'm going to tell you what happened after that. Stand up, commissioners. Wanda Green. Don't clap yet till you know what it is. But what happened was when that site didn't work out for the expansion, these folks came over here, knocked on the door of Old Dominion Transport, and said, do you mind if we buy your place and move GE into here, and we'll fix you another place somewhere else, and then we'll swap with you and call it even. How many times does that happen? But that's exactly what happened. These guys and Wanda Green, where is she? Hold her hand up, right there. Now you give them a hand. Thank you. That's good. Because they had the guts to knock on somebody's door, a very successful business, Old Dominion, and say, would you do something for our community that will make a difference, that will help people that have jobs, the blue shirts here, and it will also help other people around North Carolina keep their jobs, because we got a chance of something special here. And Old Dominion, to their credit, said, count us in.
Asheville's strategic plan outlines commitments to fiscal responsibility, green and sustainable initiatives. As you can imagine, that's a big focus area for Asheville, and job growth and community development. And believe it or not, these things are all married to one another. And our city's investment in GE Aviation not only fulfills all of these goals, but also just makes good business sense. Public-private partnerships are essential to the health and vitality of this community. We understand that, we appreciate that, and we want to continue working on many more public-private partnerships to come. The city supports manufacturing in this community, and we recognize that capital and technology-intensive manufacturing investments within the city limits are critical to our success. A jet engine constructed using CMC materials can reduce fuel consumption by 15%, resulting in annual fuel savings of greater than $1 million per plane. So to put that in context, if Delta powered its entire fleet of 723 aircraft with the new GE Aviation jet engine with CMC components, the company could realize a savings of $723 million per year in fuel costs alone. 5 months ago, GE Aviation proposed an investment of $126 million and a new technology that will transform the aerospace industry. This investment will not only protect GE's Asheville workforce of 300 men and women, some of you are here, but includes a pledge of an additional 52 jobs. Beyond these numbers, we believe the planned expansion will have a far-reaching impact on the reputation of this community as a leader in American innovation and manufacturing.